All right, guys, here we are, man. This is it. I'm excited. The final connection. It's like a dream come true, pretty much. Not gonna lie. Okay, I'm not really gonna get the connection. I'll do it and then I'll show you after. Okay, because it's just really hard to film up here. Okay. And then I think what we'll do is I'll clean up these solar panels. They're kind of dirty now, so. Good thing is it's not too far. There's a hose over there. I can just throw the hose up here, just spray the panels, but I'll clean it with some soap and water. I noticed the one that I cleaned with soap and water, the water sheets off of it nicer, you know. Okay, so here we go. It's gonna put the dielectric grease on there, around the O-ring. And so this is our positive connection. No, this is our negative. The negative connection goes here and the positive goes here. Hold on a minute, let me check. Yeah, this is a positive right here. All right, the positive goes to the female, okay? All right, so we can finally take these covers off. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how to do this. But anyway, I put the dielectric grease on the MC4 connectors, okay? This is the positive. I'm gonna make the positive connection right now, okay? And I've already put some on the negative right here, okay? That's the negative. This is the why do I have so many connectors? Hold on. Okay, I'm kind of mixed up right now. All right, HadesOmega here. So darkness has fallen upon us. So the last thing I did was I went up on the roof and I made the final connections. Yeah, that's it. We're connected. Well, we're almost connected. All I gotta do is connect this connector to this connector, and we got solar power. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Unfortunately, so we're like about 90% there. The last thing we gotta do is build the battery. All right. So, but I will shoot another video clip tomorrow. All right, I'm gonna go back on the roof when there's sunlight, and then you guys can take a look at the connections and the wires underneath the panels. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a mess. I kind of just zip tied stuff as I went along, is what I'm gonna say, okay? It's probably not the neatest wiring, but I tried my best. The very least I could do is keep the wires off of the roof, okay? Nothing can touch the roof. That's all I know, okay? And I tried to tuck some of the wires up into the frame of the solar panel, and then I zip tied some of it to the super strut. Some of it I stuck inside the super strut, and then yeah. So yeah. So I just made the final connection just now. The connectors went together just fine. All right. I don't even know how to take an MC4 connector out. I know how they just snap into place, right? I think you got to stick a little tool in there, like a pick or something, and then it'll come out. It's not easy to take out, okay, guys. But yeah, I can feel confident that the work that I did was good today. All right, so we finalized the conduit. All right, there's also one thing we have to do. One thing left that we have to do is we need to put a sealant around the little box. Okay, the box that's touching the side of the house. I still need to do that. So that's the last thing. That's the last thing we'll do tomorrow. We'll take a look at the solar panels, the final connection, and then I don't think the solar panels are making any power right now, but we can check. Sure, it better be the right polarity, Merlin. That's all I'm saying. All right. All right. Here's the negative. Here's the positive. So there should be power coming in here right now. Oh, there you go, buddy. No. That's kind of weird. Okay, yeah, I just checked the voltage right now, and there's like pretty much like no voltage, so it's darkness out there right now. I don't think you're gonna get any power. So, when the sun comes up tomorrow, when the sun hits the panels, we'll go check to see if there's any voltage coming out of here. Okay. All right. So yeah, that should be it for tonight. I know HadesOmega is really anxious to see if we got any voltage coming out there, but HadesOmega took too long and it's darkness already. That's what I was gonna say. Okay, so in the next clip, it'll be the next day, and then we'll be up on the roof and we'll check the connections. Actually, we'll see if this has any voltage first, because that is easier than going up on the roof. And then we'll go up on the roof. We'll check all the connections, and then we'll add the final sealant to the hole, okay? and then yeah, and then we'll be done with the solar panels, okay? And then we got to work on the batteries. So I am top balancing the batteries right now as we speak, like pretty much since yesterday. It takes a long time, all right? So check that video out if you want to see me top balancing the batteries. All right, HadesOmega out. All right, HadesOmega here. It's the next day after I got all this wiring and stuff's done. That's the final product right there. So we'll go up on the roof and we'll take a look at the wiring. That's the last thing I'm gonna shoot. Okay, but there it is. Looks good. No wires are touching the roof. All right, so yeah, we can get there's a wire kind of sticking out there a little bit. I think it'll be okay. I'll just leave it there. Yeah, I see a little wire sticking out down there. But here's a little zoom shot. Okay, everything looks good. So the last thing we've got to do is we got to put a sealant around the hole. Okay, the hole we made in the garage. So we got to put a sealant around here, and I'm just probably going to just use the rest of that flashing stuff. The sealant for the Henry's roof sealant should do just fine, right? It looks good. I think I might want to, yeah, you might want to take these stickers out of the off the boxes. I might get a wire brush and wire brush this sticker off. Yeah, just to make it look nicer, you know. That one's still got the stickers on it too, so. Yeah. Yeah, but it looks good. I like it, man. It turned out really well. Let's go. Look farther away. So yeah, the solar panels and the conduit and the wiring are all done. Woo-wee! That's the bulk of the work right there. So there you go. That's HadesOmega's pretty much 1 kilowatt solar array system installed, all right? I could do a little critique of my work. I kind of don't like how the front panel is a little bit taller on one side than on the other sides, but there's nothing we can do about that. If you guys remember correctly, there's a bolt underneath this front panel, so that's why it looks crooked like that. Okay, and it just, you know, it just bugs me, you know. So it's kind of got like a little slope to it. So kind of like, yeah. If I was to do it again, I would mount the panels. So see how I have the standoffs mounted on these rafters here? Well, I would do it the other way. I would put the standoffs on this rafter, and then move over two to that rafter. Okay. I needed to work on this side a lot. You know, it's closer. I don't know. For some reason, HadesOmega wanted it closer to the building. Okay, but actually, there's like a shadow in the morning, so that's actually not the best place. The best place would be closer to the edge. So, yeah, if I was to do it again, I would mount the standoffs to the left more. Okay, because you can see how I tried to push the solar panels out to the left as much as possible on the racking. I wouldn't have to do that if I pushed it to the left, but it would be the opposite. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It would be the opposite if we'd actually done what I just said, like move everything over one. Okay, so instead of having a lot hanging off the left, we would have a lot hanging off the right. Okay, but it made it working on the right harder because it's closer to the wall. That's what I don't like. All right, so I didn't. I was working with the wiring and stuff, and just trying to walk through that little walkway on the right side is tough, man. I wish it was a little bit more to the left, or if anything, I wanted it to be centered, you know, and it's not centered, and we couldn't do that because just the size of the panels and, you know, the size of the roof. So, so I did what I could do with what we had. I'm still going to say, all right, yeah. So there it is. I zip tied all the wirings yesterday. We'll go up there and we'll take a look at them real up close. But there's a junction box back there, and then it goes down this way, and then it heads towards the wall, and then this way, and then down. All right, then we went through I went through the diagram yesterday. I'm not going to go over it again. All right, the last thing we got to do is put sealant around this, okay, and then we'll be like totally done with the wiring and the conduit and all that stuff. Well, I'm done with the wiring. Here's just check out the wiring. Okay, so there's the wiring. So after it goes through the conduit, there's a little pipe that goes in the wall. I got this little box attached to the wall with a little cover, and then this little strain relief connector here. Okay, it's not on there very tight. Okay, and then I made sure I had like extra wire just in case I wanted to do something with the line. Okay, I don't like how this one. I don't like how that kind of moves around a lot. Yeah. Yeah, and then I got this holding this right here. If anything, I should probably put one right here so there's no so this doesn't put pressure on this, because it is putting a pressure on it. Okay, and then I have the positive connected to a 50 amp fuse. It's a mini A&L fuse from install bay, and then you got the positive going out to an XC60 connector. All right, make sure the polarities are right. Let's see. Well, as long as the red is to the red and the black is to the black, should be good, right? And then this is the black. Okay, the negative. I got a little connector here to hold that, and it goes to the XC60, and then you just plug that in, and then we're in business. All right, so I couldn't check the voltage last night because it was dark, so let's go do it. Okay, so I checked it this morning, and we're gonna go check. I'm gonna go check it again, okay, but on camera. All right, so we're gonna check the voltage. So right now it's on high voltage right now because it is high voltage. All right, I'm gonna connect the negative to the negative and the positive to the positive very carefully, might I add. All right, there you go. It's putting out 130 volts right now. It's about noon right now. Okay, the last time I checked it was putting out 128. So 132. Woo! Spicy. Hopefully that's not too much. I know the inverter could handle up to 145 volts. That's the max. Okay, so right now we're pretty much at noon, and it's like, I don't know. Let's take a look outside. It looks like that outside. All right. It's skies clear, baby. So we should be making a lot of power right now. All right. Yeah. Dope. Okay. So yeah, 132 volts. We're putting out the panels. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, right? All right, so yeah, last thing to do is put some sealant over this, and then we'll be done. Maybe I will use clear RTV. I'm not sure, man. We could use clear RTV also. Okay, so yeah, let's go up there and we'll go take a look at the final wiring. It's not bad. Look bad from here, but yeah, the red wire is drooping down a whole lot. I may want to zip tie that. I really don't want to go back up there. I went up there so many times yesterday. I'm like, I am through with it. I don't want to work on the roof anymore, man. All right, but anyway, let's go back up there one last time. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, if you guys are wondering, there's no DoorDash today, so DoorDash is slow in my area right now. That's why I'm working on this still. I'm supposed to be working right now, but no DoorDash. All right, here we are. Here it is. This is HadesOmega solar panel system. All right, so I'm just we'll do a quick tour of the underneath what I did last night. All right. The camera's like upside down right now. But... Okay, so there's the wiring. Most of it zip tied to the rail. I'm just gonna do a quick walkthrough. That's it. It's really hard for me to see anything, you know. Okay, so there's the wiring. Yeah, it's kind of messy. There's the MC4 connector. I think that's the positive. the negative right here. Ooh, the panel's kind of hot. Panel's kind of hot. Okay. And it goes all the way up over. It kind of just arcs around there, and then I got it zip tied to there. There's one more I want to zip tie. I want to zip tie this positive here. Yeah, this one was. I saw this one kind of hanging out down there. All right, and then we'll take it to the junction box. All right, there's your junction box right here. All right, that's a HadesOmega El Cheapo special junction box. Okay, it like barely works. It looks pretty, doesn't it? Okay, so yeah, there we go. That's it. I'm gonna put one more zip tie in, and that'll be it. And then it just goes out through here, through there. And you saw me run it yesterday, so I'm not gonna go over that. All right, so yeah, we're done. We're done up here. Last thing we gotta do is we gotta ground these panels, but I'll do it when I get around to it. Okay, it's not high on my priority list right now. Like I said, we don't get lightning here, so. We don't get lightning here very often, is what I want to say. All right, here's we go. Okay, I'm gonna just put the finishing touches. The icing on the cake is what we would say, right? So I'm going to use this is the Henry's flashing sealant that we used for the flashing up on the roof. Okay, I'm just gonna use this. I think it's still good, man. I'm gonna poke a hole in it here. Yeah, there's still some in there. It's gonna be hard to get that out though. It's kind of gross, not gonna lie. Oh, there we go. All right, fresh sealant. Oops. Oh, I dropped it on the ground. It's gonna get stuck on the ground now. Okay. So, final work here. Good enough. Yeah, I know it could look nicer, but I think that'll work. Okay, there's a close-up of my handiwork. Pretty sure that's good. It's not gonna leak. Awesome. All right, that's it. That's the final thing, man. So I don't have to worry about water getting in the conduit, at least over there, because there's an overhang right here. Yeah, I don't actually, like I said, we probably don't even need to seal that because there's an overhang right here. Okay, that's not gonna get wet. the water's not gonna run down that. But unless the rain, like I said, unless the rain goes like sideways or something, that won't get wet. That's what I want to say. But it's, you know, it's good to seal it so, you know, bugs and stuff, you know, that kind of stuff won't get in, dust and all that stuff. So you don't want none of that stuff in there. So all right, so that is the final task, yeah, that is the final task of the conduit. It is completely done, 100%. Not gonna touch it anymore. All right, and the wiring though, all the PV wiring is done. All right, here's what we got. Okay, I'm just gonna lean on the wall right here. All right, so we're completely done with the conduit and the PV wiring. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope it was entertaining and educational. You know, I just wants to make a disclaimer here. I'm not a professional. All right, I don't know if this is up to code or whatever. So don't go blame HadesOmega. Hey, but that guy on the YouTube channel, HadesOmega Moto, he did it this way. You know, yeah, because. So yeah, I don't know if this would pass an inspection or not, you know. I know we still need to ground the solar panels, and I will, you know, it's not a high priority for me, okay? Is what I'm gonna say. I want to get the system up and running soon. I'm trying to get it running before May, and it's like the week just before the end of May, so yeah, so okay. So yeah, pretty much everything turned out the way I wanted it to, is what I'm gonna say. All right, I'm pretty happy with the way everything's gone right now. Okay, and it's been a fun project, but it's been exhausting. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I went up and down the stairs. I went up and down the roof so many times yesterday. It's ridiculous, man. Some of the stuff I had to do up there, some of it I could do here. All I'm saying is, man, this isn't even on like the highest floor. If I did this on the second story, it would be even harder, right? How? Yeah, man. I'll tell you, it is hard work trying to install solar panels, man. It's no joke. That's why, you know, that's why when you pay for people to install solar panels, you know, they know what they're doing, right? They gotta do it up to code. You know, it has to be have permits and inspections and all that stuff. And two, you know, they got more than one person doing it, and you got more than one person that knows what they're doing. Okay. Doing it by yourself, I did pretty much all of this by myself. Okay, I spent like hours, days doing this. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, it was hard for me to sleep at night knowing like, hey, there's still work to be done, you know. But it is just working at a snail's pace, like whenever I have extra free time, you know. I even actually made time to go do this. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, so if you got more than one person working on this, it's a lot easier. The only thing I really had help with was the solar panels. I needed help to get the solar panels on the roof. That was the only thing I got help from. Okay, I had my dad and my brother-in-law help me put the solar panels up on the roof. Okay, probably you could do it with 2 people. Yeah, you need a minimum of 2 people, because you need someone to hand it to you from the bottom, and then somebody has to pick it up from the top. They're really not that heavy. Okay, it was heavy for my dad because he's old, I guess, and he needs to work out or something. But the solar panels really weren't that heavy. Okay. But yeah, if you gotta carry it in like some kind of odd position, then yeah, it's probably not gonna be very easy to carry. That's what I'm gonna say. All right, and then you have to worry about stuff rolling down the roof and stuff. I had to be careful about that all the time. I didn't lose too much stuff on the roof, and like I said, if it fell off the roof, you just have to go back down there and get it, okay, or have somebody get it for you, type of thing. Okay. But yeah, every time I dreaded going up and down the roof. I got bad ankle, so it is hard to work on the roof. I'm not gonna lie. Also, you kind of when you're up there on the roof, it's pitched, it's not straight, you know, and you get disoriented. I found that out. You can't tell what's straight anymore. Like up there, it looks straight, but when you go down there, it's not straight. So yeah, and then putting the conduit together, oh, it was like a puzzle, dude. You had to do like certain steps at a time, you know, if you're using certain fittings. Then at the end, I had to take it all apart again, and then run the wire and run the boxes and all that stuff. Yeah, dude, it was tough, dude. It's definitely a learning experience for me. This is my first solar array system, and yeah, it is hard work, man. It's kind of not my cup of tea. I'm not gonna lie. HadesOmega is not gonna go out there and start a solar panel install business. I'm gonna tell you that now, man. Plus, I'm not a professional. I don't have all the the qualifications to do this, but I'm doing it to the best of my ability. Okay. And that was the challenge, right? To get this system running and power my garage. So it's not quite there yet. So okay, the last 2 things that gotta be done, or 3 things, I guess. The one of them is like an extra. We need to top balance the battery, which I'm doing right now as we speak. It's been top balancing for like 2 freaking days so far. All right, and then we need to run the outlets in the garage. Okay, so while the battery is top balancing, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be running the outlets. The first one should be pretty easy. The second one should be pretty easy. The hardest one, I think, is going to be the one on the other side of the garage. Okay, that one's going to require the most work. That's what I'm going to say. But yeah, it's been a fun project thus far. I'm ready for it to end already. And I'm ready for it to see the fruits of my labor, make my own energy. So HadesOmega is very excited, as you can tell. That's what I'm going to say. Alright, so thanks for watching. That is the end of the conduit and the wiring video. you guys learned something. Hope it was entertaining. HadesOmega out. Oh, and the third thing was we needed to do the ground. Yeah, we needed to do the ground for the solar panel. Alright, HadesOmega here, and I'm just making this quick clip about the threading the pipe for the conduit. So what I originally used as a lubricant was WD-40, okay? And I notice it makes a big mess, okay? Just spraying the WD-40 in there, it just drips all over the place. And actually, if you look in the manual, it says to use a bottle of oil, okay? So that's what I started using, actually. I have this little squeeze bottle here, and I guess if you hold it upright or like near horizontally, it'll just squirt the oil in there, okay? And then you just squirt the oil on the teeth, on the die, okay? And yeah, so I found out this is a lot less messy than that, okay? And it works fine. It's just, this is just regular motor oil is what it is, okay? 10W30 or 10W40 or something. So I found that this is a lot less messy than that. Now you could use a cutting fluid also. Cutting fluid is very, very messy. I do not like using it. It's very tacky and it gets all over the place. It's even worse than WD-40. So cutting fluid would be the proper lubricant to use, but yeah, I found that the oil is good enough, okay? And that's what they say to use in the manual, okay? Okay, yeah. So see number 17 here. I don't know why it doesn't come with the kit, but in the parts diagram it says 17 here, oil can, okay? Oil can. And yeah, so that's what I used. I don't know what kind of oil they want you to use. You could probably just put the cutting, you might be able to buy like a fluid, like a cutting fluid, and just pour it in the bottle, okay? But I just use motor oil. Okay, I use this for, like, you know, working on engines and stuff if I need to lubricate some. Okay, yeah, so yeah, that's my little tip for the end of the video, is use just regular motor oil, okay, in a little squirt bottle. It works, that I find that's the least messy out of all of them. That's what I say, alright? Alright, HadesOmega out.